Boogity boogity boogity. Let's go racing, boys. I'm your host, Eric Pate, with another podcast of Let's Talk Racing with Eric Pate. If you're watching on YouTube, I decided to also do my podcast today on YouTube, and this might be a for now on deal. Reason being, I want to share my screen with you guys so y'all can see what I'm looking at while I'm making these podcasts. So there's a few things I'm going to discuss on the agenda. The first thing is we're going to look at the throwback schemes, and as you can tell, we're looking at them. We're going to start off of looking at them. The one you see right now is Jimmy Johnson's. I'm going to discuss a little bit more about that in a little bit. So we got Quinn Half, and he's running. He's driving the number 0. And I don't know which driver he's throwing back to. Looks like Matt Mon or whatever. So, we got Brad Keselowski. He's throwing back to himself when he won the 2010 Nationwide, which was called Nationwide at the time. Now it's called Xfinity, but the Nationwide Series Championship. We got Austin Dillon. Who is he throwing back to? Junior Johnson. From and it's American Ethanol, as you can see here. Kevin Harvick, he's looking like he's throwing back to himself. Don't know what year, but Ryan Newman, I don't know who he is throwing back to, but we can see he's running some Oscar Mayer throwback scheme. Tyler Reddick, I don't remember who he said he's going to throw back for, but I guess this looks a lot like a throwback scheme. Chase Elliott is throwing back to Jimmy Johnson. I think this was when he won his 5th title in a row. I know, or 2016 title, I don't remember. Denny Hamlin, he's throwing back to actually the company he drives for, which is FedEx, and he's throwing back to when they had very old paint schemes. Like where it's like half the plane was purple, like the whole plane was purple, and the other plane were part of the plane. The other part of the plane was white. We got Ryan Blaney. Don't remember who he's throwing back to, but looks like he's Clint Boyer. He is throwing back to. Reason why I don't know, because it's not saying, which I think it should say, but he's throwing back to when Peak was in. Brendan Poole will drive the number 15. Remember, everybody deployed. Throwback. Huh. That looks kind of cool. Don't know which driver though. Chris Buescher. That kind of just looks like a normal scheme that Roush Fenway will run. Kyle Busch is throwing back to, I think he said he's throwing back to Kenny something. The very first person to run an M&M scheme. Martin Truex Jr. doesn't say who he's throwing back to. I wish it said who they're throwing back to. Oh my god, people. Just a sec, I gotta mute my Facebook group chat because I keep getting messages and I'm trying to do a podcast here. Know what? Just for now. Eric Jones, he is throwing back to. I can just hit this button. I can't tell. Ow. Don't know. Matt DiBenedetto's throwing back to Motorcraft when they first joined NASCAR. Joey Logano, as usual, to drive a Pennzoil throwback. William Byron, he's driving a Jimmy Johnson-like scheme. This used to be a scheme that Jimmy Johnson ran a lot, and I think he's thrown back to that when Jimmy Johnson probably won an All-Star race. J.J. Yaley is thrown. I don't know who he's throwing back to, but that looks like a nice scheme. This one is personally my favorite throwback. It's the one we saw at the top of the page. Jimmy Johnson is throwing back to Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt Sr. There's some storylines I'm going to discuss here in just a minute discussing Jimmy Johnson. Joey Gase is driving some Caroline Cooker throwback. James Davison is driving some Signing Day sports throwback. Timmy Hill, roofclaim.com throwback. Ross Chastain is driving a Dirty Mo Media throwback. And Alex Bowman, I think this is his throwback to Jimmy Johnson's 7th championship. And Christopher Bell is thrown back to win when Levi first joined the sport. And then we got Daniel Suarez throwing back to when he won his Xfinity Series championship back in 2016. Michael Annett driving an Oriole Pilot car throwback. Brett Moffitt driving a knockaround throwback. Justin Allgaier. Oh, we're now in the Xfinity Series. Michael Annett was the first driver I said in Xfinity Series. Justin Allgaier brand team throwback. General Hemrick Puppy Bank throwback. Noah Gregson Food Lions Feeds throwback. Cash Claims Chad Fincham throwback. Riley Hurst driving the typical Monster Energy Toyota Supra. Brendan Poole 2003 Dash Championship. Harrison Burton Imaging throwback. Anthony Alfredo Blue Otter Polarized Chevrolet throwback. Jimmy Clements will drive the Repairables.com Chevrolet throwback. Denny Hamlin will drive the 54 Sports Clips throwback. Thing is, I'm also going to come back to Denny Hamlin for just a brief moment. Once I get through all these throwbacks, and Chase Briscoe will drive the High Point Ford throwback. That's all the throwbacks. So I have mentioned, I don't know any sources, but I have heard. I heard that this throwback is actually the biggest one in the question. Jimmy Johnson's was thrown back to all 3 7-time champions: Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, and himself. Because Jimmy Johnson is a 7-time champion of the Cup Series. As soon as this scheme came out, the one you're currently looking at, Teresa Earnhardt, which I can make a whole different podcast just talking crap about her, because she deserves all the disrespect that I'm going to probably do after this podcast. But, are you serious? As soon as this car came out, Teresa threatened, and I don't know if it's true still or not, if the rumors are true, knowing her, they probably are true, but she threatened to sue Hendrick Motorsports because he is honoring Dale Earnhardt. Like everything with the Earnhardt name, as soon as she finds out about it, she sues them. I don't know why, but she needs to quit. And I can make a whole podcast talking about the devil herself, because she is known as the devil of NASCAR. So let's go ahead and talk about the next thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Sorry, I left that group chat that was bothering me because I'm trying to record a podcast, so. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the full-filled rundowns for each of the races this past weekend. Let's do an inverted order. of how the races ran. So on Sunday we had a truck race in Gateway, and this is how they finished. Oh, wait a minute, we're not starting there. We're starting here. This is how they finished in each stage. Got Tyler Ankrum, Ty Majeski, Sheldon Creed, Ben Rhodes, Sam Mayer, Matt Crafton, Christian Eckes, Brett Moffitt, Zane Smith, and Todd Gilliland. Stage 2, Stuart Friesen, Raphael Assad, Ben Rhodes, Tyler Ankrum, Brett Moffitt, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Zane Smith, Christian Eckes, Todd Gilliland. Next question is probably going to be every podcast you have done so far this year. Everyone's stages 1 and 2. And they went on the win. Well, it did not turn out this way. Because this is how they finished in the truck race. Johnny Sauter, 33rd. Christian Eckes. Jennifer Jo Cobb. Austin Wayne Self. Norm Benning. Natalie Decker. Roger Rios. Bryant Barnhill. Spencer Boyd. Todd Gilliland. See, told you. Doesn't necessarily mean, if you're watching on YouTube, you can perfectly see why I highlighted it. Because Todd Gilliland swept the stages, but he finished 24th. Chandler Smith, Dawson Krim, Tyler Hill, Kyle Donahue, Clay Greenfield, Tate Fogelman, Jordan Anderson, Danny Bone, Carson Hosever, Matt Crafton, Derek Krause, Tyler Ankrum, Ben Rhodes, Tanner Gray, Ty Majeski, Grant Anfinger, Zane Smith, Raphael Assad, Stuart Friesen, Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, Brett Moffitt, and Sheldon Creed. Real quick, since the trucks were in, was not in Daytona, since they weren't in Daytona, they gotta have the choose rule because they were in Gateway. Well, of course, we gotta start off the stages. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Michael McDowell, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones, Joey Logano. That's stage 1. Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Ricky Stenhouse, Mike DiBenedetto, Bob Gosowski, Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, Clint Boyer, Mark Truex Jr., Joey Logano. Again, it did not turn out. You can see that Joey Logano won the first 2 stages. Well, how did they finish in the race? How did he finish in the race? J.J. Yaley, James Davison, Josh Bilicki, Ryan Preece, Ryan Newman, Eric Jones, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse, Joey Gase, Cole Custer, Tyler Reddick, Matt Kenseth. See, Joey Logano. He wrecked out. Thanks to Tyler Reddick. Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Timmy Hill, Quinn Houff, Ty Dillon, Corey LaJoy, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, Eric Almirola, Jimmy Johnson, Ross Chastain, Brendan Poole, Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, Matt DiBenedetto, John Hunter Nemechek, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, Braden Gaughan, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Mark Truex Jr., Danny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and I like to give out one really big shout out right now. As usual, you guys know me, this was the inverted order of how they finished, and this is how I've always done it, but if you're, of course, watching it on YouTube, but you can see I have it highlighted right now. William Byron won his very first race. And look at this. He drives the 24, okay? Look at this. When his teammate got his first career win last year, the same thing happened to him. He drives the 24. And that's how many laps that was 24. Shoot, I just accidentally clicked that out. Yeah. Alex Bowman drives the 88, and he led 88 laps on route to his first win last season in Chicago. Now we got the Xfinity race, and let's go ahead and move this over to sub 500. Let's go ahead and bring back up the trucks. I did not mean to do that. That's a sec. I did not mean to do that. Okay, good. Alright. Joe Graff Jr., Caesar Barrical, Corelli, John Jackson, Cody Vanderwall, Jeffrey Earnhardt, BJ McLeod, Noah Gregson, Alex LeBay, Justin Allgaier, Joey Gase, Brett Moffitt, Brandon Brown, Chad Fincham, Daniel Hemrick, Ryan Sieg, Timmy Hill, Anthony Alfredo, Jeremy Clements, Mike Snyder, Timothy Baines, Mike Harmon, Matt Mills, AJ Allmendinger, Tommy Joe Martins, Brandon Jones, Colby Howard, Vinnie Miller, Jesse Little, Josh Williams, Austin Cindric, Michael Annette, Ross Chastain, Harrison Burton, Riley Herbst, Chase Briscoe, Greg Gordon, Justin Haley. Got his second career win. Oh, we forgot to say this. Daniel Hemrick, Brendan Jones, Justin Allgaier, Noah Gregson, Riley Herbst, Chase Briscoe, Brandon Brown, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, and Justin Haley was the Stage 1 winner. The Stage 2 ended like this. Ryan Sieg, Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, Harrison Burton, Riley Herbst, Michael Annette, Greg Golden, Justin Haley, Ross Chastain, AJ Allmendinger. And now, next we're going to do the starting lineup for the next race. September 5th, September 6th, September 6th. Okay, so move these around. Let's go ahead and talk about the Xfinity lineup, and then I am gonna have a couple. There's one thing I want to say about Denny Hamlin, and then I'm gonna give you guys my 10 picks for the Cup and my 5 picks for in each series. So Denny Hamlin will start 37th. Stephen Light, Dexter Bean, Cody Vanderwall, Matt Mills, Vinnie Miller, Kyler Weatherman, Bailey Curry, Ryan Vargas, Joe Graff Jr., BJ McLeod, Austin Hill, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Alex LeBay, Chad Fincham, David Starr, Brett Moffitt, Mike Snyder, Tommy Joe Martins, Cody Howard, Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, Daniel Hemrick, Noah Gregson, Jeremy Clements, Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Sieg, Jesse Little, Josh Williams, Brandon Jones, Michael Annette, Riley Herbst, Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Harrison Burton, Chase Briscoe, Justin Haley is going to lead the field to green. It just seems like, I don't think it happened yet in Xfinity. It already happened in Cup, because I'll tell you why in a second. Now, we are on the Truck Series. David Reagan, Cody Robaugh, Norm Benning, Jennifer Jo Cobb, Josh Ream, Bailey Curley, Dawson Cram, Bryant Burnhill, Trevor Bain. Hey! Trevor Bain's in the races. Truck race. Spencer Boyd, Austin Wayne Self, Johnny Sauter, Clay Greenfield, Timmy Hill, Greg Biffle. Hey! Jordan Anderson, Tate Fogelman, Christian Eckes, Denny Bone, Todd Gilliland, Chandler Smith, Derek Krause, Ty Majeski, Tanner Gray, Matt Crafton, Tyler Reddick, Tyler Ankrum, Stuart Fusion, Grant Enfinger, Rafael Lassard, Ben Rhodes, Zane Smith, Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, and Brett Moffitt. And then, got the Cup. Got Joey Gase, Josh Bilicki, JJ Yaley, James Davison, Ryan Preece, my friend Nathan Tozer. I'm just kidding, Ryan Preece, Reed Torridson, Timmy Hill, Quinn Houff, Ryan Newman, Eric Jones, Ricky Stenhouse, Daniel Suarez, Corey LaJoie, Matt Kenseth, Tyler Dillon, Tyler Reddick, Brandon Poole, Jimmy Johnson, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell, John Hunter Nemechek, Bubba Wallace, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Cole Custer, Joey Logano, Austin Dillon, Matt DiBenedetto, Eric Almirola, Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Alex Bowman, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, and Chase Elliott will lead the field to green. So, that's where everyone's starting in each of the series. And unfortunately, y'all can't see my screen for who I picked to win these races. So I guess I just have to tell y'all. Kevin Harvick. So I did the Cup, and same thing's gonna be happening in Trucks or in Xfinity. I'll pick 6 guys in the playoffs and 4 guys not in the playoffs. Reason being, and there won't be an underdog pick, but to start off with Cup, I picked Kevin Harvick, Denny, because he won our first race back, which was held in Darlington. Denny Hamlin won the other Darlington race later that week. Chase Elliott, I think he's kind of finally to get himself a sub 500 win, and he's been trying to get a crown jewel. He about won the Coke 600 in May. Brad Keselowski won won second to last crown jewel race, and I think he can win himself another sub 500. I picked Martin Truex Jr. to win his second sub 500 because he's been so good lately. He's been coming on strong. Cole Custer was last year's Xfinity winner at Darlington, but he did not cross the line first, though. I'll explain that in just a moment. I see Eric Jones going back to back with 7,500s, even though it's probably going to be impossible. Jimmy Johnson, he's going to go in before the season's over. I choose Matt Kenseth because every year that Matt Kenseth races full time, he's going to win a race. And Tyler Reddick's going to finally get himself a win. This race. For the Xfinity race, I picked Justin Haley, Chase Briscoe. So this is who I picked. Justin Haley, Chase Briscoe, Harrison Burton. Justin Haley because I think he's going to go back to back with wins. Chase Briscoe has been strong all season long. I think Ross Chastain's going to finally get a win, so there's 3 picks. Austin Cindric, he's been up there with Briscoe all season long, and it won't surprise me if it comes down between those two. And Harrison Burton. I think Harrison Burton's going to get himself another win. And then my underdog pick is Denny Hamlin, because I think he's going to do good. Truck Series. Okay, I don't know. Trucks, I was told this is the first time Trucks is racing at Darlington. So I'm just going to pick Zane Smith because he's been good as long with Sheldon Creed, and I think he's going to get a win this weekend. Same thing with Austin Hill. Austin Hill's been good all season long. He shouldn't just have one win. Brett Moffitt, he should already have a win. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Johnny Sauter, if I can find him. I have no idea where Sauter is. Okay. I think Johnny Sauter's going to also finally get himself a win. He kind of needs a win to get in the playoffs. My underdog pick, Christian Eckes. I think Christian Eckes is going to finally get himself a win. Next thing on the agenda. Brian and Almirola already signed extensions to their teams, and they will stay in those cars next year. Okay, so I said I was wanting to talk about Denny Hamlin for a moment. Let's talk with Denny Hamlin for a moment. We're going to Darlington. And Darlington is one of Denny's best tracks, especially in the Xfinity Series. If he did not get his win taken away from him last year, he would have had 6 wins at Darlington Raceway in his career. I think it would have been 6 in the Xfinity Series. Well, in 2019, a rule came out. If your car fails post-race inspection, you will get everything stripped. The win, the points, the checkered flag, the trophy, and it goes to the second place guy. Well, since Cole Custer finished second to Denny Hamlin, Cole Custer was declared a winner, even though Cole Custer did not even lead a lap. Because like I said, the rule states The rule states the car has to pass inspection. I think if it happens, and let me tell you something, including his win in the Cup Series last season in 2017, every time it just seems like Denny Hamlin in 2017 he swept the races. Well, he lost the crew chief for 2 weeks in both series, lost the benefit because his car did not pass inspection either time. So that's why I was wanting to talk to Denny Hamlin for a moment. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, and if you're watching on YouTube, and checkered flag. I think I see the checkered flag. It is in the air, and I'll see you guys later.